Lake of the Ozarks. We made it. Day one of practice. Sun's just coming up. Check out all the little pockets and creeks and everything. It's gonna be a lot of water to break down, so we getting hit with some warm weather. It's a little chilly first thing this morning, but every single day we're here, practice and into the tournament, it's gonna get a little bit warmer. So these fish are gonna be heading towards the bank. So we're gonna be just hitting as many of these little pockets, these little creek arms, whatever you wanna call them, just looking to see which ones those fish are moving up into. So should be pretty simple fishing this week, I think. Really just pounding the bank, covering water, looking for bedding fish, that type of deal. So we'll see. There's supposed to be a bunch of fish in this place. BPT was here last year, about this time of year. They did pretty well out here. I think most of the guys were saying they're catching like 30 to 50 fish a day. So a lot of small ones, but there's some nice fish in here for sure. They're catching a lot of 5-6 pounders. So we got a little local tournament blasting off here. It's today's Sunday, so for our first day of practice, a lot of people out on the water today. But we're gonna get started here. I'll launch at the ramp that we're putting out at for the tournament. I think I'm gonna stay pretty close. I hear this area right here next to the ramp is typically pretty good. So I think I'm gonna scout around some of these pockets that are just right here next to the ramp, kind of get a feel for the lake, and then we'll expand from there. All right, let's see what we're gonna start off with here. Might throw a buzzbait around a little bit first thing. Crank a little bit of rock on this bank. And that's never a bad idea to have one of the jerk bait out. We'll give these three guys a go first thing here. Sure by midday I'll have about 20 rods out on the deck, but gotta start somewhere. Start cranking through this bank right here. Kind of leads into a pocket that's got a nice flat in the back of it, so might be some fish kind of staging up right here on the outside of the pocket. There we go. Little buzzbait fish. They gotta be 15 inches to keep here, so that would not be a keeper. There's one. That one feels a little bit better. Oh yeah. It's a nice chunker. We got like 5 boats around me, so I'm gonna be pretty quiet here. Getting back for it. Oh yeah. Alright guys, starting off day 2 of practice. Caught a lot of fish yesterday. This place is absolutely loaded with fish. Problem is I didn't get one over 3 pounds. It's definitely going to take a couple fish over 3 pounds to do well, but we got a warming trend leading up to a full moon. I think a lot of these places I was catching those smaller 1.5 to 2 pound fish. Hopefully, what I'm thinking is that those bigger ones will probably start moving in over the next few days. We might be hitting this tournament just perfect, but I mean, I think I pretty much figured out what I need to do. It's just really going to be a matter of finding enough spots to run and just getting those big key bites. So what I'm doing here is there's so many of these little pockets and creeks and stuff. So what really I'm looking for is these pockets that have, so I've got highlighted up to 10 feet in red. So those pockets and creeks, or whatever you want to call them, that have these little areas back here where the bass can kind of just pull up and spawn. That's really what I'm looking for. So first thing this morning, starting off on this one, I'm gonna hit this little area right here, and then I'll go back here, hit this little area, and kind of all the surrounding docks around it. And that's kind of what I've been keying in on. You can see where I got my waypoints and stuff from other fish. There's where somewhere on bed. Got a few bites through here and through there. So it's gonna run as many of these little pockets as I can. You choke that thing. Little line through swim bait setup. Swim bait's good for covering water. Just gotta see if we get any big ones on it. Big one would have to eat it. That's a good one. Those are the kind we're gonna need. That's a thick one. He's not a keeper, but I don't know. I have a feeling if I did this all day, I'd probably come up with a decent limit, I would think. Alright, been catching a lot of fish on this little line through swim bait deal right here. So I'm going to show you guys quickly here how I've got it rigged up. It's just a little line through swim bait. This one's almost a 6-inch, just a treble hook through it. So there's a couple different ways to rig it up. On my off day, I'll probably experiment a little bit. I got my swim bait, I got a little straw. What I'm gonna do is just put that straw in the nose of the bait here. And really you want one of those pretty stiff like coffee stir straws. This one's not really very good. I'm gonna have to go to the store and get some better ones, but I'm making it work for now. You just work the straw through the swim bait. This one I really got to work because it's pretty flimsy. Those smaller ones aren't quite as flimsy, so you can work them a little bit better. Work the straw all the way through that bait. See, it goes in through the head, come out at the bottom there. There's a little hook slot down there. That's pretty much where you want to come out. And cut it there. It's pretty much heavy enough to just throw on its own. Some of the deeper docks, I've added a little nail weight to get it down a little bit, but I'm really just throwing it kind of around shallow flat areas, and the bass are just either the ones that are on bed are coming up and hitting it, or the ones that are kind of just chilling, waiting to bed. And then you just put the hook down there, either stick it in at the bottom, or what I've done a little bit, it actually swims pretty good, but I don't know if the hookup ratio is quite as good. You can kind of stick the hook back in there, and it sits like that. So there we go, little line through swim bait. A couple different ways to do it. That's how I've been doing it for the time being. But like I said, gonna experiment a little bit on the off day, kind of look at some various rigging options and see what I think is the best bet. But for now, I'm just looking to get a few bites on it. That ain't a bad one. It's like a post spawner. Definitely. And on those back walkways, pretty good with the. It's got the right kind of rock. They're on those back walkways. Yo, calm down, buddy. All right, guys, practice is a wrap. Caught a lot of fish this practice. Just didn't get on any really good, solid 3+ pound class fish, which is I think what you're gonna need this tournament to kind of do well. So we're rigging up some tackle today. We've got our off day. Got the boats under the cover here. We're rigging up a little bit of tackle, but I think I'm gonna just keep it simple this week. Jig, I throw a wacky rig around. Probably will throw that a little bit. Didn't really throw it in practice, but there's a lot of areas that I found where those fish were bedding that I'll probably pitch that wacky rig around. A little bit of Carolina rigging. I would definitely be throwing that line through swim bait. That got bit pretty good, so definitely be throwing that around some docks. But I think the fish are going to start to move up. We got a beautiful day today. It's actually sunny, calm today, warm weather. It's supposed to be pretty warm tomorrow, first day of the tournament, so I think a lot of those fish will start moving up. Hopefully we'll see a little bit better quality as the days progress, but I'm thinking somewhere in the 20, I mean, it could be anywhere from the 25 to 28 pound range really to make the top 50 cut. So we're just gonna have to get out there, see what kind of fish we can catch. It's gonna be fun. There's so many fish in this lake, but they gotta be 15 inches, but you're gonna need 15+ inches anyways to do any good in this tournament. So we'll see what happens in this tournament, guys. Appreciate you guys following along for this practice. Stay tuned for the tournament video.